Good morning, everybody. Today, let us see about Lewis symbol. Okay. Now, you know who is this Lewis? If anyone doesn't know, I will give a small explanation or small introduction to Lewis. Lewis is the first scientist who gave a satisfactory explanation about the bond formation in terms of electrons. That is his contribution to this chemistry field. The first scientist who gave a satisfactory explanation for bond formation in terms of electrons. You know what he said? He said that during a bond formation, I am writing BF for bond formation. During a bond formation, only the outer electrons take part. The inner electron and the nucleus is inert. That is only the outer electrons take part in bond formation, and this outer electron is called the valence electron. Those electron which is present in the outermost shell of an atom is called outer electron, and this outer electron is also called a valence electron. He said only these valence electron take part in bond formation. This is the first point he said. And the second about Lewis symbol, or second thing he said is he gave some simple notations for writing these valence electrons, and such simple notation what Lewis gave to the chemistry field is called Lewis symbol or Lewis dot symbols. That is Lewis symbols. What is this Lewis symbols? Lewis symbols are the very notations or the very simple notation given by Lewis in order to represent the valence electron of an atom. This Lewis symbol consists of two parts. That is, if it is an atom, this part and this part will be there. Let us take X, this part and this part. That is, this part, that is which I have written as X part, it represents the nucleus of an atom plus the whole inner electrons of an atom. That is nucleus plus inner electrons. Whereas this dot represents the outer shell electrons of an atom. Dot represents the outer shell electrons. This type of representation is called Lewis symbols. We can write the Lewis symbol of simple atoms. First we can take lithium. If we write the Lewis symbol for lithium, it will be like this. What does this all indicates? Li indicates the nucleus plus all the inner electrons, and this dot indicates the outer or valence electrons. Now I think you can write the Lewis symbol for beryllium. What could be it? Be. Be represent what are the nucleus plus the inner electrons, and the outer electrons or valence electron is represented as dot. How many valence electrons for beryllium? 2 valence electrons for beryllium, and these 2 valence electron is written as this. And third, that is boron. What does this B indicates? This B indicates inner nucleus plus inner electrons, and the dot indicates outer valence electron. How many valence electrons are there for boron? 3 valence electrons. Therefore, a 3 dot gives the valence electrons. Likewise, we can write the Lewis symbol for all the atoms. Now we can write the Lewis symbol for fluorine. How will be it? There will be a F which indicates the nucleus and inner electrons. And how many valence electrons are there for fluorine? Say someone. That is 7. Therefore, how many dots will be there? 7 dots will be there. This is the Lewis symbol for fluorine atom. Okay. Now let just look once more. Lewis symbol. Lewis gave a satisfactory explanation for bond formation in terms of electrons. What he said? He said only the outer electrons take part in bond formation, and this outer electron is called a valence electron. He also gave symbol notations for representing the nucleus plus its electrons, and such symbol notations is called Lewis symbols. Lewis symbols for various atoms are as written. Lewis symbol indicates one symbol which is indicate the nucleus plus the inner electrons, and dots indicates the outer electrons. That is the significance of Lewis symbol. We already know how to write Lewis symbol for atoms. What is the Lewis symbol for lithium? This is the Lewis symbol for lithium. For beryllium, how we can write the Lewis symbol? As I have already said, this represent the nucleus plus the inner electrons, and the dot represent the outer electron. How many outer electrons are there for beryllium? Come on, try to think. That is 2. Therefore, the 2 electron is represented by 2 dots. Now, tell me how many electrons are there for boron? 3 outer electrons will be there for boron. Therefore, how we can write the Lewis symbol? That is, this is the representation of Lewis symbol of boron. Now, you write the carbon. How many outer electrons are there for carbon? 4 outer electrons are there. Therefore, how many dots should we have to put here? We should have to put 4 dots. Next, which atom comes in the second row? I am writing the atoms of second row. Lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon. Next is nitrogen. Okay, next is nitrogen. And for nitrogen, how many outer electrons are there? If there is 4, there will be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, oxygen. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The other 2 I am writing here. Okay. What comes the next atom in the second row? Come on. Fluorine. Very good. Fluorine. How many electrons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The last one is? Come on, tell me. Okay. Neon. How many electrons? It contains 8 electrons in its outermost shell. This I have written all the Lewis symbol of second row elements, second row atoms or elements. Now we are going to look the significance of Lewis symbol. There is only one significance which is very important significance. Here I have written the Lewis symbol of second row atoms. Now we can see what is the significance of this Lewis symbol. By using this Lewis symbol, we can calculate or we can know the valency of that atom. Understood? What is the significance? By using these Lewis symbol, we can know the valency of the particular atom. How we can know the valency? Or what is valency? Can be either the valency will be the number of dots or 8 minus the number of dots. How we can calculate the valency? We can calculate valency from this Lewis symbol either by counting the number of dots, or we can find out, or means it is not these 2 options. Once it is not the 2 options, either we can calculate the valency by counting the dots. If it does not get the valency by counting the dots, the valency will be 8 minus number of dots. 8 minus number of dots. Okay? Understood? That is, valency is either we will get the valency of these atoms representing the Lewis symbol by counting the number of dots or 8 minus number of dots. We can see the valency of these elements. How we will get? Look, for lithium, how many dots I have? How many dots is there? 1 dot. Therefore, the valency of lithium is 1. How many dots are there for beryllium? 2 dots. Therefore, counting these 2 dots, what will we get? We get the valency of beryllium. Therefore, what is the valency of beryllium? 2. Next, boron. How many dots are there? There are 3 dots. Therefore, what is the valency of boron? 3. Next, what is the valence? What will be the valency of carbon? Come on, just try. How many dots are there? There are 4 dots. Therefore, what will be the valency? Valency of carbon will be 4. Okay. Now, these valencies we have found by counting the number of dots. Next is nitrogen. Nitrogen's valency is not obtained by counting the dots. Then how? Nitrogen's valency is obtained by counting 8 minus number of dots. Therefore, 8 minus how many dots are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 8 minus 5 is 3. Therefore, what is the valency of nitrogen? The valency of nitrogen is not 5, but the valency of nitrogen is 3. That you should have to remember, and you should have to note that point also. Next, what is the valency of oxygen? If it is 8 minus the number of dots, oxygen will be also 8 minus number of dots. Okay, good. That is 8 minus 6. That is 2 is the valency of oxygen atom. Valency of fluorine is, as you know, 8 minus 7. That is valency of fluorine is 1. And what will be the valency of neon? I know everyone has guessed it. The valency of neon is 0. Okay, this is the significance of Lewis symbol. Everyone understood? By counting or knowing the dots, we can calculate the valency. Valency will be either the number of dots or n minus number of dots. For the second row atoms, we can calculate this type of valency for all the atoms, not only for the second row. I have taken the example of second row, that's all. For second row atoms, how we can calculate? Up to carbon, the valency will be number of dots, and beyond carbon, the valency will be 8 minus number of dots. Okay, understood? Good. Now is, in order to in this section, we have only written the Lewis symbol of atoms. It's not enough for us just to write the Lewis symbol of atoms, isn't it? We should have to know how to write the Lewis symbol of compounds, ions, etc. For writing this Lewis symbol of compounds and ions, we should have to know octet rule. It's a just small rule, but we should have to know it. Now let us see what is octet rule. This octet rule is introduced by Causel and Lewis. Octet rule. I know, I think everybody know what is meant by octet. What is oct? Oct means 8. Therefore, octet rule means something related to 8. Isn't it? Okay. This rule is explained by Causel and Lewis. These two scientists explain this octet rule. It is very simple. What does this octet rule says is, atoms of same element or different element combine either by sharing of electron or transfer of electron such that each atom gets an octet or 8 electron in its valence electron. Understood? No problem. I will explain once again. What is octet rule? Atoms of same element. Atoms of same element or different element. It could be same or different. Atoms of same element or different element combine. These two will combine. How they will combine? There is two ways of combining. How? One, by sharing sharing its electron or otherwise by transfer of electrons. Transfer of electrons. For what they are sharing of, for what they are transferring their electrons? That is only for one thing. What thing? To get an octet. To get an octet. Octet means, what is mean by octet? As I have taught, that is 8. That is for getting 8 electron in its valence shell. This is what octet rule says. Got everybody? Look, elements of same element, atoms of same element or atoms of different element combine by sharing of electron or transfer of electron. I know everybody knows what is meant by sharing and transferring. Transfer means if it is one element and if it is another element, this is the electron of this element atom and this is the electron of this atom. First method, it can combine by two methods. How? By sharing of electrons. That is, this electron is shared by first atom and second atom. How does that comes? This is the first atom. This is the first atom. This is the second atom. This electron is shared by these two atoms. This is by sharing occurs. Okay. Next, how? By the transfer of electron. How does electron transfer? This is the two atoms and this atom will transfer its electron to this atom. Therefore, this atom does not contain an electron and this atom will have 2 electrons. Understood? This is the first one is sharing and second one is what? Transfer of electron. Okay. Now come back to octet rule. What does octet rule say? Same atoms or different atoms combined by sharing of electron or transfer of electron such that each atom gets an octet or 8 electron. This rule is called octet rule. So this rule you should have to remember. While these two atoms combine, they combine for what they are combining? To get an octet in its outermost shell or to have 8 electron in its outermost shell. This is for they are combining. Okay. Okay students, today I think I will stop by here and in my next class I will tell you how to write the Lewis structure of compounds and ions. Bye.